Descriptive paragraph writing is introduced early in the primary grades. Descriptive writing makes a picture with words. We are going to introduce kids to descriptive writing with the hamburger template. It will help them with organization and deciding on the details to use. After several guided lessons, kids will complete a descriptive writing paragraph. The top bun will be the topic sentence, then there will be 4 detailed sentences, and the bottom bun will represent the closing sentence. This introduction lesson has kids describe a hamburger. This template is not just for a hamburger, however. It is an organizer for all descriptive writing. Since descriptive writing really depends on sensory details, I have kids put together a hamburger to think about what it smells like, what it tastes like, what it looks like, what it feels like, so that they're ready and prepared to begin the writing process. So when kids are writing a descriptive paragraph, they should use words that help their readers smell, taste, feel, see, and hear what they are describing. Now have kids brainstorm some words for the sensory details of the hamburger. So when I did this last in the classroom, the kids, when I asked, how do hamburgers smell? How do they smell? The 2 answers that we decided on were delicious and scrumptious. And your kids may have different words, and that's okay. Put them in here. We don't have to necessarily use both of them. We can use one. We'll see when we get to the writing of the actual details. Then I asked the kids in the class, how do hamburgers taste? And we decided on yummy and zesty. Then our next category is how do they feel actually with their hands when you touch them, and some of our description paragraphs after this one will have feelings of how you actually feel when you might be in that place. But for this one, they put soft and messy. So they felt soft and messy. The hamburgers felt soft and messy. And then, how do they look, or how are they? And they wanted to put big and thick. And then for how do they sound, we just had really one that everybody liked, noisy. So noisy when you eat them. So for our sensory details, we're going to include some of these. They smell delicious and scrumptious. They taste yummy and zesty. They feel soft and messy. They look big and thick, or they are big and thick. And they sound noisy when you eat them. And now have kids use the brainstorming list to complete the next activities. Now these next activities will take several days, and we're going to have kids build their hamburger one detail at a time. Okay, we're going to begin our building our paragraph activities, and this paragraph will start with one detail, and that is why we're calling it the developing paragraph. We already decided on our topic sentence, so we're going to put it here. I like hamburgers. And They need to put the period. Okay, we decided for our detail sentence we were going to begin with delicious. So we're going to write that here. And that represented how they smell, the hamburgers, how they smell. So we're going to incorporate delicious in our first sentence so that we are going to say, they smell delicious. And the period. Okay, then we have our last closing sentence that is similar to our beginning sentence, and that will be hamburgers are great to eat. Hamburgers are great to eat. Period. Now we're going to write our paragraph. Our first sentence will be indented because it is a paragraph. I like hamburgers. Period. They smell delicious. Period. And our last sentence, our closing sentence, hamburgers are great to eat. This is a reference chart that kids can use. Okay, we finished our first activity, our beginning one, our developing one with one detail. Now we're going to move on to our activity with two details. We're going to begin where we left off. We had our topic statement, I like hamburgers. Then for our detail sentence, we said they smell delicious, and that was our first detail sentence. Now we are going to make one about taste. They meaning the hamburgers, they taste yummy. So that will be our third sentence, but our second detail. They taste yummy. And we're going to do our closing sentence now that we had from before. Hamburgers are great to eat. Okay, so now let's write all the sentences together to make a paragraph. We need to indent. We don't start right at the beginning when it's a paragraph. I like hamburgers. And I must remember my period. Now I go back to the beginning. They smell delicious. That's a great word, delicious. Now we're going to put our third sentence, but our second detail. They taste yummy. And now we're going to put our closing sentence. Hamburgers are Great to eat. This is a reference chart that kids can look at. This is a template to use when kids are ready to add 3 details. We've done the first, the second, and now it's time to do the 3rd detail. This is a completed example of the 3 details. What was added was the 3rd one, and it was they feel, and they feel messy. So the 3rd detail sentence is they can be very messy. So follow the same procedures the way we did the first detail and the second detail, and have kids complete this activity. This is a template for kids to use for the 4th detail. And this is a completed example of the 4th detail. We chose the one that is they look wide. So I open my mouth wide for each big bite. So let's read the entire paragraph. I like hamburgers. They smell delicious. They taste yummy. They can be very messy. I open my mouth wide for each big bite. Hamburgers are great to eat. Now review the 4 activities with kids and talk about the development of adding each detail and how much better the 4th hamburger is compared to the 1st hamburger, and how the reader can visualize how great it is to eat a hamburger. Another topic for descriptive writing is soccer is fun to watch. And the details, the games are outside in the fresh air. I look forward to eating ice cream bars. It is exciting when our team makes a goal. And the crowd cheers. The closing sentence, soccer games are the best. And another topic, Thanksgiving is special. Our house smells like pumpkin and apple pies. I feel lucky to share this day with my family. It is great to see love and hear so much laughter. It is a very special day. The link for all the templates to make the hamburgers, brainstorm the sensory details, and complete Activity 1, Activity 2, Activity 3, and Activity 4 will be listed in the description section of the video. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos.